Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. We interview the world's leading apologists to provide credible answers to curious questions. Jeff, I'm going to throw a hard question at you. You ready for it?
Let's do it.
Okay, when you think about our culture and people bring up objections to the Noah story, I mean, you've got to kind of hear their story and feel some sympathy when they go, you mean to tell me that a loving God would wipe everybody out except one family? What say you?
Well, that's exactly what happened, unfortunately. And what we have to keep in mind, I think a lot of people struggle with that question, even believers at times. But what we have to understand, Bobby, is that God is not just a one-dimensional being. He has other attributes as well. He's not just love, but He's also righteous. He's not just grace, but He's also justice. He's not just compassionate, but He's also righteous. And so we put all these attributes together in an infinite God. And as God looks at mankind, He judges us not based upon our relationship to one another, but our relationship to Him. And so the God that also floods, he forgives as well. And so when we look at the cross, we get a beautiful picture of that, God's wrath and judgment falling on Christ at the same time bringing salvation to mankind. So we have to keep in mind the big picture of who God really is.
Yeah, the Bible does say, will not the judge of the earth do what is right? And we have to assume that based on that story, what you're saying is that He was merciful and gracious, and they had plenty of time to repent, but they chose to rebel.
Absolutely. It speaks to the total depravity of mankind and how bad we can get. When we leave God out of the picture, we're left to ourselves, and that leads to all the other things we mentioned.